hope you enjoy this video. Time to dive into the book.
Hello, this is Jessica with Honest Jacko Books, and today's video is a book tag video, and this one is called Off the Shelf book tag. I will link who originally created this book tag, but I saw this on my friend Bryndis, her channel, her book page. She did this tag, and it sounded fun. It's sort of a get to know you, beyond books a little bit. There's a lot of prompts. There's 20 prompts. So the first one is, when you're not filming or reading, what does a normal day in your life look like? Work, school, etc., whatever you feel comfortable sharing. So during the week, I work. I have a full-time job. And I have 2 daughters, and I'm married. And so, very full schedule. I work, my kids go to school, and, they come home, I stop working, and we do homework, they do sports, they do extracurricular activities, they do all sorts of stuff, that keeps us very busy. My husband, pretty much coaches anything that they play. And then, we, have dinner, and those are the normal, just the normal schedule things. I do have we have a gym in the back, and so I'll work out in the morning or in the evening, so that gets worked into the schedule, home projects and things like that. And then weekends, we're very much homebodies, and so we do a lot of projects at home. We do a lot of stuff at home, cooking, and we have pets, so, you're home with your animals, can't be gone too long or be too far away. That is a normal day, I suppose. Normal schedule, I should say. Prompt number 2. What kind of work do you do, and does it change how you read or what you notice in stories? So I work from home, and all I'm gonna say is that just to keep some things private and to keep some things, I do research on a computer. There is a lot of reading involved. There is a lot of constant learning. There is a lot of new vocabulary and new things that come in to play, and I have to, have the mindset that you're going to learn this new thing. You're going to learn this new, whether it's a word or, how to use this properly. And so my job has been amazing at forcing me out of my comfort zone so that I do learn new vocabulary, new concepts, new ideas, new ways of looking at things. Like I said, sometimes you can, or I can, fall into a familiar pattern or routine, and when that routine gets bumped, you're kind of like, oh, and it's sort of this irritation, instead of just going, no, I can, this will just be something new that I learned, and, and I will get smarter along the way. So a couple of times, I've had that knee-jerk reaction of just like, oh, it's something else. What is this? But as soon as I change my mindset, as soon as I look at it as I can just learn what this is, and I can learn a new, a whole new set of skills. And so it's been very good for me. It's been very, very good. I've gotten better at grammar. I've gotten better at really intentionally reading for the information. What are they saying? What are they asking? What is, my job requires a lot of reading, a lot of writing, and it's definitely made me a better person. It's helped me to grow. And so yeah, that's been very good. Number 3, are you a morning person or a night owl? I think I'm, I was gonna say I'm more of a morning person because, I always end up falling asleep before my husband, and before my kids sometimes. So I get tired by the end of the day, and at a certain point I tell my kids I'm losing my sense of humor. Like it's gonna be downhill from here. Like I definitely, yeah. So I would say I'm probably more so in the morning, but I need time to wake up. So I don't just wake up and my mind's going. I wake up and my eyes are, they're not liking the light and I don't really want to have a conversation yet. So, I have my one daughter, as soon as she wakes up, she's talking. And so, sometimes some mornings I'm like, as long as you can carry on this conversation and I can just be here, I don't want to say anything. So where does that leave me? So sort of in the middle. I don't know. Do you recharge by being alone or talking to people? I definitely recharge by being alone. I need that alone time. I need time to process my thoughts, organize my thoughts. I'm a list person. I will write things down if I feel overwhelmed. I will organize my thoughts that way. But I'm also a talker. I do feel better and can work out problems and, can feel recharged by talking with a friend if there's, or somebody, a confidant that if I'm struggling with something, I'll feel better if I can talk about it for sure. So, but to recharge, like a lot of times, sometimes I just have to step away and I'm like, I just need a little bit of time to myself. So I would definitely say I recharge being alone. Okay. And number 5, what drains you more? Too much socializing or too much isolation? I think too much isolation is not good for anybody. Too much socializing, what is the question? Oh, what drains you more? I can get worn out by people. I can get tired for sure. So I think when you're in a scenario that you feel like you have to entertain or you have to engage and you can't just be relaxed, then that would drain me. Like if I have people over to my home, to my house, and I feel like I can't just relax, I have to entertain them, that's exhausting. Yeah. Number 6, what's something that you enjoy that has nothing to do with reading? A lot of things. So I'm very crafty. I love crafts. I love lots of different kinds of crafts. I sew, I scrapbook. My daughter got into beads, so then I got into beads. When the mood strikes me, I love to clean and organize my house. I love to watch movies. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I like to watch movies. I love to walk outside. I love to exercise. I enjoy cooking. I definitely enjoy cooking. I love holidays and prepping and planning for holidays and decorating. And yeah, so a lot of things. I'm sure there's more, but that's what comes to mind. Number 7, do you like planning things ahead of time or figuring things out as you go? Definitely to plan ahead. Part of any vacation or trip that we're going to do, part of the enjoyment process is the planning time. So I enjoy packing and planning, what we're going to do and kind of having that all laid out. I would not enjoy being surprised with surprise, we're leaving today or tomorrow to go somewhere and I've figured it all out for you and I've packed for you and we're going. Cause I would be like, no. I've had people sort of last minute go, oh, I'm doing this. Can you come? And can you, and I'm not a last minute kind of person. I can be spontaneous, absolutely, but not when in my mind there's a planning element that needs to happen. So I'm a planner. Number 8, do you like working alone or alongside others? So I really enjoy working alongside others. I've worked a lot of different jobs where I'm working with people. And it's great, if you like who you work with. And I've had some fantastic work environments where I just absolutely loved who I worked with and being around people and having that social element. I work from home now. And so I've been doing it a very long time. And so I'm used to it. But at first I did notice that I started to miss that interaction. But then I really enjoyed, having my space and my flexibility to work and be alone. So I think, again, what's the question? Do you like working alone or alongside others? I think I like the socialness of working alongside people and having the feedback, and the interaction. I'm in contact with my coworkers and my bosses. It's just, it's not in person. So I really like that interaction. So I'm going to say with people. And then number 9, are you more sentimental or practical? I'm a very practical person, but I also am very, very sentimental with items. So, I have a lot, I can be extremely materialistic for things because they mean something to me. I have sentimental value attached to them. And so I like my things because when I look at them, I remember where I got it, that time in my life, who I got it with, or whatever the situation was. I love pulling out Christmas ornaments. Something that you see year after year, there's a very strong sentimental value, with those decorations and those, traditions. But then the practical side of me is very strong. If we have to go without for some reason, or if we have to make a change or make a decision, I'm like, okay. There's just things in life that you just do, or it makes sense to do it. I'm extremely I guess I could say I'm very practical when it comes to money. How about that? So Okay. What kind of pace do you prefer in life? Busy, steady, or slow? I think I really enjoy slow pace. I tend to try to not overbook our schedule with the kids stuff and other things, holidays, birthdays, and it still happens. um, but I don't like, I'm thrilled if we have a weekend and there's absolutely nothing planned. I don't, I don't jam pack with things. I don't want to. I want downtime. But when it comes to like work, or deadline type things, I do really well at a fast pace. I become very productive because I have to, because, the situation requires that I get several things done. And so I do, and I enjoy it. So yeah, just, when it's necessary, I enjoy a fast pace. I enjoy, clipping along and getting things done. I like checking them off my list. But I enjoy a slower pace for sure. What's a simple task you strangely enjoy doing? I love to weed. I really love, to weed and to just clean up leaves outside. I am very fair skinned, so I choose the shaded areas. Can't be cooking in the sun. But I do enjoy weeding. You know what else I enjoy that's kind of odd? Like detangling things. Like if you have to detangle your Christmas lights, or if my daughter's into crocheting and you have to detangle the yarn that she's working with or something like that. It doesn't bother me. It's actually very soothing. I just take my time. So I like that. I do. I kind of like it when she brings me stuff and she's like, I can't get this knot out. I'm like, okay. Are you naturally early, on time, or late? I am always early. That is, I don't feel comfortable unless I'm early. Not crazy early, but just early. And then if I am running behind, that puts me on time. And so then I'm okay. I feel very, it's very, I get anxious if we're going to be late. Let's see. What motivates you more, curiosity or responsibility? Responsibility definitely motivates me. When I'm feeling creative, which is a lot, but that's extremely motivating. And then I, create whole lists of, and, bring out all sorts of stuff and I'm very motivated and it's exciting. Because it's just something I want to do. It's just, it's just for fun, but I would say more so responsibility. Yeah. Okay. What do you tend to overthink? What helps you feel grounded? I overthink a lot of things. I overthink a lot of, how I mother, how I parent. I say that it's just, I think it's just like worrying. I don't know that I overthink how I do it. It's always on my mind, I guess. What do I overthink? Other than that, other than just like family and I can't think of like anything specific other than just in general, yes. Let's see. What's something you always notice when you're entering a room? So I think I always notice the smell. I'm really big on smell, and I didn't realize how big on smell I was until I had my second daughter, and she's like really big on smell, and she gets it from me. Smells can calm me. I like to have, like a candle burning or, incense, incense. My husband lights incense. But the, diffuser with like essential oils. And there's just so much associated with smells, that I think, yeah. I mean, I certainly look around. If it's something that if it's a room that I'm familiar with, or I don't know that I'm looking for anything specific. How about that? Like, I don't think I walk into a room and have an agenda. But I know that like, I pick up on smells a lot. So, yeah. What kind of humor do you naturally use? What kind of humor do I naturally use? I don't know how I would describe my humor. I think I'm funny, and I tease my husband that he's not funny. And so then I say that, our kids got my humor. And so I don't know. What kind of humor? I mean, definitely sarcasm, but that's not all of it. I like to be playful. I like to, use, so it depends on who I'm talking to, but, use references that are known, or play on words from a movie or from a book or from a song or something, and reference those things and sort of pull them in. And, so it can be out of context if you're not familiar with it. And so, my kids usually pick up on it really quickly. And like I said, they got my sense of humor. And so, yeah, so we like inside jokes and goofy things would, not very, mature humor all the time. Sometimes it's very, stop pooping on the floor, humor, like, so yeah, silly. But yeah. Do you usually multitask or single task? I am a big multitasker. I will, start things in certain orders so that I can be doing this while I'm doing that and do it, and lots of things are happening, at once. I like to be productive, and I think that's what motivates me to multitask. Like, it's hard for me to just sit down and watch a movie. I would like to sit down and watch a movie and then have a little project that I'm working on. Like I said, I sew. So if I have to rip the seam out of something that's very tedious, I'm happy to do that while I'm watching a movie. But I have to be like really tired and in that mindset of just like, all I can do is sit here and watch a movie. So I definitely like to multitask. Okay, number 18. What's your default reaction to free time? Plan or relax? Plan. Yeah. I like to have a plan. Like I like to be home and have downtime for the weekend, but I like to say, okay, I'm going to work outside and weed, or I'm going to clean up the backyard or do this, or I'm going to, I'm going to vacuum, I'm going to clean this room. Like, I like to have a plan, and then I can do the thing that I need to do, and then I can relax. And so that's definitely how I structure my free time. Number 19, are you comfortable with silence around other people? Yeah. Yeah. And I like to do things alongside somebody else and just be quiet. Like, I'm doing this, you're doing that. It's fine. We don't have to talk. That's nice. That can be, yep. I like that. Do you usually remember conversations or impressions? I guess I'm going to say that I remember impressions because the exact wording, I mean, I remember conversations, but I'm not one of those people that can remember, you said this on this day, this happened, and it was this. I am super fuzzy on the details. Like, we had a conversation about the house. I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday. Like, so I guess that would be impressions. Yeah. Details, and that's where the list comes in for me. I write things down, I make a list because I don't remember those details. So I guess impressions. Okay. And then the last one is to tag others. So I will look and see and tag some people that I don't see have done this. But this was just really fun. I liked this. I enjoyed watching, excuse me, Bryndis and her answers. And so I will link where the original tag came from. And if you want to do this tag, go ahead and do it. Cause like I said, I wasn't tagged. I just saw it and thought, oh, that's fun. So go ahead and do the tag as well. But thank you for watching. And until next time, I will be reading.